What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Bowie here. Ay, 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 ay. Man, oh man. It was all good just a week ago. Really, though. So, this is the first video I recorded during this coronavirus shutdown, basically. Yeah, school. I've been out of school for a long time. It's been a week, actually, because, today is March 20th, 2020, and I went home last week on the 13th, Friday the 13th, and, I told my students, hey guys, stay safe, we'll be back on Monday. We had gotten a directive from, one of the APs to create 3 weeks of lesson plans to possibly be administered online. And I'm like, am I supposed to do this now while I'm teaching class? Because this was during first period, or technically second period, that we got this. And we didn't know if we were supposed to do that. We, being the teachers, we didn't know if we were supposed to do that right then, that day, or if it was something to be worried about next week, which would have been this past week. At the end of the day on Friday, we were told, hey, y'all worry about this next week, you guys. Have a good weekend. I'm like, all right, good. That's what we were thinking. Like, there's no way we were going to be able to pull all that stuff together for each class, get it printed for all the kiddos and all that. Of course, we didn't go back to school the following Monday. Matter of fact, we were told that our spring break was going to be basically extended by a week because this past Monday, which would have been, I believe, the 16th. Yeah, it's the 16th. We were supposed to go back to school, finish out our last week before spring break, and do our thug thizzle. Didn't go back to school. So we're like, oh, okay. Spring break starts early. Yee! But over the next couple of days, throughout all that, we learned that this thing has hit New York, California, Florida. People are dying because of this stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness. And then we got the news that school ain't gonna resume until April 15th. And that's the current situation as of right now. We may not even start in April the way this thing's going. Because this virus shows no signs of stopping. It ain't gonna be all nice and wrapped up by April 15th. You can believe that. Ooh. It ain't gonna happen. Not like that. But it's just so interesting because this entire incident has really demonstrated how frail and fleeting our way of life is, and the things that we accepted a status quo, it showed how quickly it can disappear. I mean, 2 weeks ago, I could go to any store I wanted, just about, and easily obtain toilet tissue. I ain't seen no toilet tissue in the past 3 weeks, bruh. No toilet tissue, rubbing alcohol, I'm surprised I still found bleach, to be honest. I'm surprised that we even found bleach. We need something to do, bro. You want to chill out or you gonna get sprayed? Make a decision. You messed up. Ooh, you messed up in the club, Jimmy. But yeah. There were things that we had been accustomed to seeing in stores, and you look in these stores nowadays, you don't see them. They ain't there. And that's not even all, because there are things that we accepted from our society, such as the fact that student loans just have to have interest applied to them. Turns out that doesn't have to be the case, because the federal government decided, hey, let's kill the student loan interest, or kill the interest on student loans. Let's defer mortgage and rent payments, from what I've been seeing. I don't know if that's been here in Florida, but that's just something that they decided to do. Let's suspend tolls on the highways, things like that. Let's work from home. That way we ain't gotta be out in public and open everywhere. It's just quite interesting. It just goes to show you all the various ways our society could be improved or modified in a way that's more convenient for the average American. That we just were like, nah, they're not gonna do that. They can't do that. It's like, yeah, they could. They could totally do that. They just decided not to. And we're seeing that that's exactly what's been going down. I'm so mad I dropped both of them combos. I hit them. Yeah. But it's just so nuts to me, because now you have Trump floating the idea of giving Americans $1,000. Every American $1,000 extra as part of the stimulus package or whatever. I don't know if they're committing to the idea at this point, but I do know it's being floated. And it's just very interesting, because somebody else campaigned for working Americans to get $1,000 every month. He said get $1,000 every month. His name was Andrew Yang, a Democratic primary contender. And that idea was known as universal basic income. Sounds kind of socialist, but call me crazy, but I think it would be kind of a good idea. You know? But, because you got people that are working, that would have been working hourly, but they've been told to stay home. Businesses are shutting down earlier. You know, I don't think anyone's been laid off. There haven't been mass layoffs or anything like that, but these businesses are not out here working people the full hours that they were doing just a couple weeks ago. Oh Lord, what did I do? Oh Lord, can I like restart that? Yeah, let's restart that. My bad, I pressed the wrong buttons, bro. There we go. But yeah, we've been told that we got to practice social distancing, which is a polite way of saying, hey, be a hermit. Don't talk to nobody. Don't be around nobody. Stay your ass home. That's the translation. It's interesting because that's precisely what I would advocate to do anyway, even if there were no emergency. You know, I don't be liking to go out amongst people a lot of time. You know, not because I have anything necessarily against people, but you know, I got all the stuff that I want at home. That's why I got a home, so I could put my kind of stuff in it. And that way I could enjoy those things, you know, when I'm not out in the public. You know, I don't sit here, work all these hours to buy these things that I like just so that I can let them collect dust at home. You know, I bought them so that I could enjoy them. So I'm happy that, you know, in the midst of all this chaos and turmoil, you know, at least I can, you know, stay home and spend more time with my wife. Actually, like, do home maintenance and stuff. Because ever since working 2 jobs and doing the night classes, you know, I don't even be having the energy to do anything domestic except on Sundays, which is right before I go back in on Monday to do it all over again. You know, passions and pastimes were pretty much relegated to maybe 2 hours after I got home at 9:15, if I could afford the sleep deficit, or for the weekends if we didn't have something to do. And I'm not the only one that dealt with this. Billions of Americans all across, you know, all over, experience the exact same thing. They don't even have time to do the things they enjoy because they so busy working all the damn time. And you know, I accept it as part of the grind, part of something that, you know, I just gotta do what I gotta do. But by the same token, I don't think this model is sustainable for society, you know? Ooh, I should have punished his ass right there. But now that I'm able to relax and wash dishes and vacuum and fix things that need to be fixed and clean things that need to be cleaned and all that. It makes you realize how much you actually work. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I regret working and I don't want to work anymore, blah, 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 blah. No, hell no, I ain't saying none of that. You know, you don't work, you don't eat. But there needs to be some sort of balance. And that balance pretty much didn't exist the way it was before. You know, that balance was not a thing because I was working 60 hours a week, and all I ever did was work. So I was really, really looking forward to spring break, but usually spring break is over fast as hell. But in this case, the break has been extended by quite a bit. And I know I'm looking at this through a rather individual and, you know, dare I say, selfish perspective, because all while I'm, you know, enjoying the chance to relax, we have a bunch of pestilence happening across the country right now. We got people being hospitalized, you know, having their whole way of life compromised due to this virus that doesn't have a vaccine right now. And, you know, I can't lose sight of that. And that should not be lost on anybody, you know. I'm definitely trying not to focus on that. And I'm certainly trying not to focus on, you know, how many more cases there are in the U.S. and how many more people are dying. I mean, I'm not checked out of it by any means, but I'm not going to sit here and watch, you know, live, you know, hour by hour updates. I think that kind of stuff just leads to panic and fear. I'm just living life best I can out here. That's all. And frankly, I suggest everybody else do the same. My suggestion is you try to make your home as enjoyable for yourself and everybody else inside of it as you can. Find a reason and a way to laugh in this process, in this crisis. Find a way to find the silver lining in all this, because there is always one, you know. So in the spirit of that, let me go ahead and pivot to this game here. Because, as you can see, I recorded more matches. And I really recorded these at like 3:30 in the morning. That's when I fought these matches. But given the fact that my wife was asleep, I didn't think it would be appropriate for me to be recording my reactions live and direct at that time. You know. But basically, these matches are the first matches that I've recorded after after Spawn has been released. Because Spawn as DLC is out now, and he's every bit as cool as we all thought he would be. Though I don't think he's quite as powerful as people make him out to be. He's got a lot of, powerful damage. He's got a lot of mids, but he has to take risk. in order to get his thing started. And you could tell NRS was trying to be very deliberate about not making him busted as hell. And so to that end, I appreciate. Ooh, that's death. Ooh, yeet. Ooh, why didn't I block low? Ooh, I could have comboed right there. Ooh. But also in this spawn patch, they also patched the game at large with a, semi-major. Oh, I could not. I was so mad when that happened right there. I was trying to do back 3, but I had pressed down first, and so it made me do that move. But what happened was there was also a big balance patch. I mean, it didn't overhaul the game, but it did change, the game in a significant way. Probably the largest change was the change to the punish window. So, let me explain what I mean. When you block a move in Mortal Kombat, and that move, is negative on block, particularly if it's -8 or -9 or -10, somewhere in the low teen numbers, all throughout the game, a lot of those unsafe normals and moves that had those kind of negative frames, they were difficult to punish. Sometimes all but impossible. One of the main culprits of this was Kano. Kano has several moves and normals that were, -10, -12, -13 on block. And those are supposed to be full combo punishes. Considering that most characters, they have a 7-frame normal that they can use to punish these things. I don't remember if I showed this one or that one. Damn. I'm gonna put this up right here, But we have characters that have 7-frame combo starters. So if you block a move that's -11, you're supposed to punish that with the greatest of ease. Supposed to. Anyway. Did it happen? Kinda. Maybe it did. Sometimes it didn't. And a lot of it was character and situation specific. And it is absolutely infuriating to see an opponent do something that you know is unsafe. You know you can punish it. You have every opportunity to knock it out and it don't work. Ooh, yes, that was a read, my guy.
Round 2, fight.
Yeah, I was very happy about this set of matches against this opponent right here. Because Noob Saibot does way more damage than I do. But he wasn't optimizing. Ooh, my goodness. Oh! He wasn't optimizing. Here I tried to use a new combo I came up with, but I dropped it at the end. I was so mad that I dropped that. But I get it later. Ooh. Ooh, you... Watch this. Ooh! Ooh! Whip punish, baby. Y'all know I love my whip punishing. Oh my god. So you can see some now. Wow. Ah, stop jumping, my guy! I love Sub-Zero so much. I don't even know if he's the worst character in the game or if he's secretly a sleeper good character, but He's so damn fun. Especially when you use a back one, a perfectly spaced back one, to catch a person's jump in or a whiff. You're just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ugh. So, remember I was talking about Kano? So, I wanted to test my theory of being able to punish things easier online now. Oh my god. I was just talking about whiff punishing with back one, and I did it. So you'll notice that I'm doing a lot of low blocking here. Hi, baby! I'm up here record on. Yeah. Yeah. But, so notice. Now that was always full combo punishable right there. I can't believe I dropped that. That was dumb. But, at certain points, you're going to see this Kano roll towards me. He's going to literally do like a forward roll. All before, getting a punish on that thing was impossible. I thought it was safe until I looked at the frame data and realized it's negative 13. Oh, here we go. Oh, I dropped my combo. God, you dog it. Is he going to do it? What are you going to do? See that roll right there? That roll right there? It's negative 13 on block. I wanted to see if he was going to do it. But also I wanted to provoke him to make a move. See that right there? Notice. My down 4 is 11 frames. I should have stuffed that. On reaction. Ooh. Oh no, you about to die today. Oh yeah. Yeet! That. Grab. Thug Zero with this mug. What? I'm about to try to go for it again. Let me see here. Let me see. Oh yes. Right here. But So these Kanos have been getting away with murder online. That right there. Jeez Louise. See, I was trying to see. Oh my god. He actually let himself get hit with that. Oh no, child. Oh, can I do my combo? Am I going to do my combo here? Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Ooh. I was so mad when I got caught with that. I literally did the slow blink and an eye roll. And I got hit with that stupid. Ooh, don't do that. Now, are you going to do something dumb? Oh, he didn't want to do that. That right there. Oh! Wouldn't have been able to punish that before. Move was basically safe on mine. Move's not safe. It's negative 13. That's a full combo punish for some characters. Ooh, he burned both of his defense bars. He squandered both of them. That's cute. Ooh. Oh my god. Don't do that. Let's see what he does. Dab! Ah! What? Now, technically, Sub-Zero has moves that should punish that roll, but that roll also has a low hitbox. So if you try to punish with a fast high, it'll just go right over it. Which even that makes me mad, but shoo. At least I have an 11 frame slide. That leads to a KB. I'll take that as a punish. So look at who I have here. So Shao Kahn got buffs in the patch. I don't think he got nearly the amount of buffs that he really needs, but he's a better character because now he has a workable KB. That's the KB. It used to be that you had to not only hit somebody with that twice, but it needed to be a counter or a punish. They loosened the requirement on that crushing blow, which is exactly what Shao Kahn needs. But Shao Kahn needs more. He really, really does. You know, he has the potential to be a really, really good character because he has tools. He's got damage. He has good pokes. He has a 10-frame mid. He has a 13-frame mid that will combo. In this variation, he has 2 projectiles, one of which hits mid and leads to a KD. He has range when he needs to have range. And like I said, he has a 10-frame mid. He has plus frames out the wazoo. There goes some plus frames right there. And he has a move that can be used for a whip punish into a full combo across all variations, basically. You know what I'm saying? Shao Kahn has tools, but the problem is he was kind of designed poorly. Oh my god. He's the only character that can't jail one of his pokes into a normal of his. Let me explain what I'm talking about. So, normally, any character, once they do a poke on an opponent, if they hit that poke, they are guaranteed to attempt their fastest string. Doesn't mean it's going to hit, because the opponent can still block it, but they are at least guaranteed the attempt, because they are what's known as jailed. See, what happens is, these pokes are so plus on hit that they force the opponent to stand for a certain amount of frames. And within that time that they're standing, the attacker can start an attack guaranteed, at least their fastest attack. That's known as jailing, because all the opponent can do is block. Shao Kahn's the only character that cannot jail from his pokes. Can't do it. You know? And it's actually kind of shameful. Because he was the big bad boss in Mortal Kombat 3 and Mortal Kombat 2. And he's seldom been a playable character. I mean, you could play as him in certain Mortal Kombats, but it wasn't often. And now he was the pre-game DLC for this game. And it's a shame that, you know, this character he has a lot of the tools to be a complete and good character, but he has design inconsistencies that make him slightly dysfunctional, you know what I'm saying? So, Shao Kahn needs several things, in my opinion. So, one of the things he needs is he needs a mid string. He needs a string that he can do where 2 of the hits hit the opponent while ducking, that can then be connected into shoulder charge. Now you see that low kick right there? If I complete the string, it's a forward 3-4 into grab. a lot of people were campaigning for that string to be special cancelable, because for whatever reason you cannot special cancel that string. Now, if he got that one buff, that would help him out a lot. But I also feel like it might make him a little bit too OP. I think it might make him a little bit too OP. So, what I'm thinking is, instead of making that string be special cancelable, he has another string that begins with a good mid of his. You'll see me do it, and I'll try to point it out when it happens. But he has this little stabbing move where he pokes the opponent in the midsection with the back of the hammer. That string, or that normal, that right there, I just did it. I whiffed it. That thing that I just whiffed, that little stabby thing, that needs to be turned into a string. Let me see if I do it here. No, that's not the string, because that's a high. But he needs a second hit after that string, or after that normal, because it's not a string, it's just back two. And it's a great normal, and it actually was buffed, because it used to be slower and more unsafe, and now they've long since buffed it and stuff like that. But am I gonna do it here? Oh no, that ain't it. Ooh, that was cheeky. That's the normal right there. I love that thing. I get to step back, make him think it's safe to attack. I was confused by this boy. I thought he had given up. He was still moving, so I popped him. So he needs that buff. He needs for the 4-3-4. Apparently it has a gap in it. And that gap does not need to exist, because it's really dumb that pretty much the only mid string he has a big ass gap that can just leave him open to be punished. And as a matter of fact, he has several strings that just have unnecessary gaps, making them all but useless. So he needs those gaps removed. Okay, here we go. We got another Kano here. This Kano's not even as good as the last one was. He's out here whipping normals. Oh my god. Oh my god. There, look at that. Ooh. Oh, that overhead. I wanted to make him do a bunch of rolls so I could try to punish him with slides. Oh, stab assist.
Round 2, fight.
Now, normally, against an opponent like this, I wouldn't even use Sub-Zero, because, you know, I think it's a little bit of overkill, but I was testing something. I wanted to test my little corner combo, and I wanted to test my ability to punish unsafe stuff. Now, all before that Kano ball that I did, or that was done and I blocked, would have been very difficult to punish. Let's see if he's gonna do it again. What you gonna do? Stop. Ooh. There we go. That right there would have been an inconsistent punish before. It was easy as hell for me to get that punish right there. Because the EX Kano ball is, I think it's like -10 on block. Which, again, is enough for a full combo. But it was just low negative enough to sometimes skirt around people's punishment attempts. And that's not gangsta. That's not gangsta at all. So let's see here. Ooh. Mm. That's not even technically a punish that I just did right there. Should be, but it's not. Ooh. Stop. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ooh. You can't whiff things in front of me, partner. Oh my god. Bag up. I could have punished that one. Ooh. Look at this boy. He's just doing things, asking to get killed. That's what I was waiting on. It's like, look, I'll wait for you to do something dumb and kill you. Let's see. Did I walk back? I did. Ooh, look at that. Oh. Oh, here you go. Here you go. It's a good... Ooh, stupid. You need to stop doing that. Oh, I dropped. Oh, my God. Oh, here I go. Am I going to do the combo again? Ah! Damn. Yeah, again, being able to get 42 from an easy hit confirm into Ice Ball. Psst. Makes Sub-Zero scary, baby. Makes him scary, baby. Yeet. Yeah, man. So, that's the only reason why I was using Sub-Zero against that boy, because normally I wouldn't. And matter of fact, I switched back to Shao Kahn for my last match against that boy. He actually picked not hidden select, but random select. Because he was just like, you know what, it doesn't matter who I be. Maybe, he figured maybe if I didn't know who he was going to be, like I wouldn't be able to fight against him or whatever. I'm like, Shao, please. Ooh, that wasn't even no punish. Ooh, good one. Oh my God. That's how I know you're an amateur. You're out here doing the reflect on block, bro. Oh my God. He's doing string or normal into reflect. Ah, that hurt. No. This boy right here. He out here struggling, baby. Ow, that hurt. Okay. Oh yes, that's that string right there. Why did I not cancel it to my stuff? Sit down. I actually like that spear projectile because it goes into a long ass knockdown. Yeet. Ooh. Stop. Stop. What did I do here? Ooh. Snatch yo ass. Shao Kahn. If they were to ever buff Shao Kahn into where he's supposed to be, boy, look at here. You're going to see him being used a lot. A lot. You understand? But I'll stop here for right now. I'll catch y'all later. Stay safe, woman.